This is a quick recording to show you the steps to using the DE1 simulator on a DESL computer. So you're going to need this uoftscripts.zip, and I'll provide a link to that in the description. First, extract it into your W drive, just so that you don't have to extract it every time you start the computer. And you're going to have a bunch of stuff in here. So I'll go through what all of it means, but just to let you know, basically what you see in this video is just me demonstrating all of the steps that are right here in this README. So you can always refer to that if you need to. Okay, so let's suppose that you sat down and you want to work on Lab 5. Open up Quartus and make yourself a new project. Let's put it in the W drive. This is something that you should do. Okay, and Lab 5, and you can just use all the defaults here. You don't need to change any of that. So right now, if you were to double click on the top level entity, it will say can't find the design entity, Lab 5. So we're going to fix that. First, make yourself a new Verilog HDL file and save it as, I just call it main.v, doesn't really matter. And then go into this U of T scripts and open up this lab template and just paste that in. So notice that this declares a module called main. This has to become your top level entity, and it has to be called main. You should always use exactly this module declaration. If you use anything else, simulation is not going to work. But that means that you need to tell Quartus that this is your top level entity. So to do that, you go into Assignments, Settings, General, and in top level entity, just type main. Okay. So now let's just put in some code here. Let's, I don't know, assign LED R0 is equal to switch 1 XOR switch 0, and assign LED R1 equals switch 2, etc. Okay. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go Tools. Actually, I wanted to show you something. I'm going to delete this semicolon so that I have a syntax error on purpose. So I'm going to go into Tools, Tickle Scripts, Add to Project, and inside this U of T scripts, there's this compile sim.tickle. So once you've added it to your project, you just click on it here and hit Run. So it's going to do that. Now, on purpose, I have a syntax error in there just to show you what it looks like if there's an error in your Verilog code. And yeah, what you'll see is you'll have to go into your messages window in the processing sub-window of the messages window. And you can see stuff like Verilog HDL syntax error on line 25 of main.v. Oh, I wonder what it could be. Oh, it's not expecting an end module. Oh yeah, okay, I'm missing a semicolon. Okay. So now that we've corrected our Verilog file, we just click on this compile sim.tickle and hit Run, and this time it should work if I haven't made any other mistakes. So this should only take like a minute or two. It doesn't take long. Okay, great. So that's done. Now, let's, whoops, I didn't mean to get out of the RDP here. Let's start the GUI. So the GUI should only be started once when you first open your computer. So you go into C, the DESL folder, DESIM132, and you just double click this run.bat. You only have to do that once. Don't do it a second or third time. Okay, so the GUI is running, so now we're going to start the simulation. Now to do that, go into the U of T scripts, and you're going to need, you could copy everything if you wanted, but you only need this fake FPGA, this runsim DESL.bat, and this tb.v. So just take those, copy those. And when we ran that tickle script inside your project folder, inside Lab 5, it made simulation model sim this main.vo. Okay? If you don't see this file, you need to try running the tickle script again because you probably got an error. Okay, so we're going to paste those 3 files which I just mentioned in here. And now you just double click runsim DESL.bat. And once you see it get to run-all here, now it's running. So LED 0 is the XOR of switches 0 and 1. So we see that. And I think LED 1 was just wired directly to switch 2, which is what we see. Okay, so that's about all that I need to show. When you're done, just hit stop simulation, but leave the GUI open. There's no need to close it, and in fact, you shouldn't close it. Okay, that's all.